September 29th. That is the last time I did a podcast on Morgan Stanley. I had that into stage 4 decline. September right here. This candle right here. And yeah, it continued stage 4. And this is on the monthly candle chart, MS. That's the ticker. New York Stock Exchange, financial sector, industry, investment banking, and brokerage. So let's do it, man. What is happening with this crazy pullback we've been having? How is that skewing the charts? Is that breaking the trend? And that's always a thing, right? You do your research, you have your entry, you have your target, and your brain is always like draws a straight line. Okay, here's my entry, here's my sell stop, and it's all linear. It's like straight line to the target, and that's all fine. Okay, target. But then after that, when the price action goes down and goes up, and then you start already when it goes against, when it pulls back, you already start panicking mode. What's happening? Then your system goes out the window, moving your sell stops, listening to the Twitter feed, listening to a whole bunch of stuff. And it just becomes mayhem. So the more you practice, the more you observe charts, and you really go through and you live through pullbacks and then bounces off important defined support and resistance, and then you see it slowly go in your direction. Like here, even the stage 2 here on the monthly candle chart, you could have said, oh, look, it looks easy, always stays above. I could have rolled this all the way up. But these are monthly candle charts, monthly candles. When you had these pullbacks, sometimes you could have said, man, it's going against me, I'm going to bail, and then you exit, and then it continues. So always respect your framework, your sell stops, where you're supposed to exit. Stan Weinstein, in his book Secrets for Profiting in Bull and Bear Markets, outlines very well when to exit. And you have to have full confidence in that and really follow it to the T. Reduce emotion, interference. All right. Stage 2, monthly candle chart. Stage 3, price action below. And the more it's below, it starts queuing downwards. Now we have a very angling downwards. 12-month moving average. Where is my monthly defined breakdown line? There's one here. Below 12-month moving average. And I have a more important one, or I have another one right here. Oh, this one also right here. I always look the way back down. When I hit red candle, that's where I draw my line. Okay, monthly candle close, that's my support. And the more it's tested. So this one, I think I'm going to remove for now. Oh. Breakdown. It's hard. Not always obvious. Probably here, but we had a gap down, pull back up, so I'm going to move it up. All right, right here. This September candle closed below that consolidation move. And after that, we started going down. We closed below this monthly defined breakdown line, but we pulled back up. So we're going to see on the weekly price action, even from the end of December, started going back up. January, it went up here, and after that, pulled back down. Some sellers coming in. So we're going to have to see January how it descends. Will this close below this monthly defined bigger pattern? And that measured move is insane. That would bring us all the way back down to these 2016 lows. Or the wall. Previous resistance turn support. Breakout here. Bring down to this area. And then after that, you have that natural support right here. Okay, target would be down, pulling back up. Are we going to pull back We're getting closer to 12 monthly average. We're going to hit that monthly defined breakdown line at the 46.90 level. And let's see if we're going to pull back down. So let's look. Let's go gather some more evidence. We're still in the downtrend, pulling back up. Still below declining 12 monthly average, below the monthly defined breakdown line. Declining 30-week moving average, below the Ichimoku cloud. Lower highs, lower highs. A whole bunch of series here of lower highs, lower highs. And right here, the last week, try to go up, almost hit that 30-week moving average. And the price action got sold into, going down. Ooh, a lot of green. We could check. We're going to check on the daily, see that green, how that was distributed on those days within that week. Ooh, red. Crescendo red volumes on those down days, and then small green volume on that reinflation on the way up. So let's see if we close below that monthly defined breakdown line, guys, right here. Good risk to reward entry if we get a red candle to start confirming that we're turning over. We're still underperforming the SPX. Whoa. Good risk to reward entry right here. Protected by a 30-week average, protected by that monthly defined support and resistance. If we could only turn around. So let's get some details on the daily. Oh. What is all that volume about? Okay, gapped up. We had a crazy gap up, a lot of volume here. Came back down. Then it started going back up right after that. Hitting that Ichimoku cloud defined resistance on the daily chart, bringing it back down above the 50-week moving average. So that is green, green, green. And even here, all this crazy candle. You see, it's green, but a lot of buyers and sellers, like a doji. Let's go in on the 4-hour chart. It's mostly green. Green on the gap up, red. Oh, gap down. Wow, that is some crazy action. Green, and even we have a wick here going down. So if we want to get even more details. Okay, and most of the volume was on that down, guys. And then the green was on the smaller moves up. So you could always drill down and see it when you have wicks within a time frame. You zoom in, get some details, because like I said, sometimes if it's not a Marubozu candle where it opens and then it closes at the high of the day and then it's all green, it's pretty easy. But when you have a long wick or wicks in both directions, small body, and it's green, the whole volume candle is green, well, on a shallow small body, it's good to dig in and really see if you get clues. Go back on the 4-hour chart. See right here, had a huge wick. Small body. Well, where was the damage done? And after that, when you go back up, it hides. See, closed green. Oh, it's very bullish. Well, and that volume gets brought back up all the way to the weekly chart. And then when you're on the weekly, you say, oh, look at that, man. Green, huge green volume on this weekly chart. But when you really zoom in, let's go back to the 1-hour chart. Most of that volume was on that down, on that gap back down, guys. And then reinflation on small contracting volume. Red volumes, more prevalent, decreasing green volume on those up days. That's hidden weakness within what seems like a strong week. So let's see how that pans out. We're still underperforming the SPX. I would permit myself to go check out the fast stock. Let's see if we get some divergence there. Get some clues. Can't play it off there, but I like seeing the stock reinflate above previous high and the price action not able to overcome. Right now it's still below. So if we get a red candle, red close of this week or next week, red close, then I'd have some bearish divergence right there. And even higher up, we could still have some, if this goes up just a little bit more, could have some more bearish divergence on the longer term. And the more it builds up, the bigger it is, then you consume that energy, and then the price action gets pulled back down. But it's all part of a weight of evidence. Make sure the monthly chart's in accordance with that you have that pressure helping you push it down. Make sure you have that 30-week moving average pressing down, that you're hitting some support to resistance helping you push it down. All those variables, they add up, all those clues. And after that, you could fine-tune that entry once it starts pulling back. And you could even go even closer on the daily. And yeah, here also lots of bearish divergence right there. You're not able to make higher highs on the price, but you're making higher highs on the indicator. Even if I go further away, you still see it here, higher highs on the indicator, oversold. So let's see if that's going to give us a fuel in the gas tank to push it down. So let's wait for daily, get red daily closes, then wait for weekly closes, red, and after that you could say, okay, we're going back down, and then you could say, stage 4, continue. Right, guys. See ya. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys.